Good evening. You're listening to the PNE Flagship, part of the Talk Sport Network, and sponsored by Trade Windows. Preston, full-time at Deepdale. But before we get into that, I know there's one thing we need to touch on. Darren, do we implement Critch's one-match ban for begging it for a spud off the Spud brothers?
It's definitely a yellow card. Maybe we need to take it to VAR, but...
What do you think at home? Because basically someone put in our WhatsApp group a Spud Brothers post on Facebook, and Daniel Critchley, 41 years of age, is replying, pick 43, even worse. Pick me.
No,
I want the free Spud.
I said pick my daughter.
Oh, aye. You were at front, headset on. So what do you think? Do we give Critch a one-match ban, or do you want his Blackburn takes? We've just discovered we can actually mute Critch, which is great news for podcast listeners.
Don't do it. No.
Don't do it. Right, so let's take it round to the match. Look, we want to start on a bit of a lighter note. Critch, seeing you've not been banned for the match, but what did you make of that tonight? Absolutely shocking.
God, that's definitely by far our worst performance of the season. I mean, what more can we say? It was so bad for every aspect. And I don't think we even had one or two players that did all right. Normally, we at least have a few players where you're like, oh, they were decent. But I don't think you could rate anyone higher than a 6. And I think you're being generous if you give them a 6.
I'll mention my player ratings later. You can rip me to pieces for it if you want.
I'm intrigued to hear it.
Yeah. Critch, you'd be right with the microphone on the table, I think. I already winded you up when I said you needed to pick it up. I couldn't let you do it for the whole show. I felt tight.
It's like a weight.
I know. We'll start off with where it all started off, and that is the news. Look, we've done the player ratings podcast. Would you change any of your player ratings now after that? It's a good job we didn't do it tonight.
Oh, God. I mean... It was, I think, honestly, I am actually lost for words, and that's the first for me, because usually I've got a lot to say about Preston, but tonight it's just, it was embarrassing from everybody. It was like they were up for it. The fans were up for it. The fans played a part. We all sold out and everything, getting behind the lads, and the team didn't show up tonight. The team did not show up tonight.
It's typical North End, and it's typical North End. Okay, we've been doing well. Packed Deepdale. We're playing our second or third biggest rivals. It's live on Sky. The nation's watching. We give the fans that have come on that don't normally come on absolutely no reason to come back and put in our worst display of the season.
Not good enough. And we'll see, obviously, next home game, I think, is at Wrexham now. I can guarantee that, half them people won't be there. It won't be a sellout, will it? Come on. But
you've not given them a reason to come back, have you, really?
Nothing. No.
I can't believe that second half, we're attacking the town end. Just get a ball in. Get a tackle in. Stick a tackle on him, and it'll get the crowd going. I know Whiteman did his best at the end, but it was too little too late by that point. We'd given up. But let's rewind it back to the start. Obviously, Harrison Armstrong, big miss. We've all three of us, Critch, I'm mainly blaming you. We've all took some abuse this week on social media because we basically said, look, we think, you said, Critch, you were the one who said, you think it's the lone players are the reason why we are where we are. And we've had a lot of pushback of, but there's other players that have contributed, which we agree that other players have done really well. But I feel like what wins you games of football in the Championship is having that extra bit of quality on the pitch. Yeah. Your Dobbins, your Devines, your Armstrongs. Okay, we missed Armstrong tonight, so already one of the big three isn't playing. So you've got two left. So I want to ask you this. What is his problem with taking Dobbin off after 55 minutes? Why is he coming off?
I don't know. Why there must be some reason that we don't know of. Yeah, I can't figure it out.
Need to keep him on the pitch. Look, he wasn't having his best game yet, but
we need him on that pitch. It's as simple as that. A player of that quality gets you a goal from nothing.
Yeah. Without doubt, innit? What's he scored? So he scored 4 goals this season, 2 assists, and he didn't even play in the first month of the season. He has to be on that pitch. And then we find ourselves 2-1 down to Blackburn. We've no Armstrong and we've no Dobbin on the pitch. I'm trying to do it in order, but to me, that's the mate. I can't believe even to this point. I don't like digging play. Do you know what? I don't like digging players out, but at the end of the day, I don't want this podcast to be where we sit back and don't give our proper opinion. And we could easily come in here and go, look, it's a defeat. We move on to Watford, which is probably what we should say. But where's the fun in that? We want it to be like three lads sat in a pub, drinking cups of tea, stroking the dog. How is Michael Smith staying on that pitch for 90 minutes? How?
I don't know.
So you take Dobbin off and keeping him on. Please explain that.
I mean, it's a tough one for me personally. If this doesn't scream now in January that we need to go out and get another striker in, then I don't know what the club is thinking. We're in the best position now that we have been for, quite some time. We've got a decent midfield. Obviously, like we keep on talking about the magic three. But again, we need to add to this. We need to build on this. We need to strive for better. And obviously, getting up, securing that place in that table. If we are, let's say, in that top six within end of December going into January, we need to invest, because then we'll be in the prime position then to say, right, you know what, we're going to make a go of this. And tonight's a prime example that we are a few players short of that.
Yeah. Well, look at all the pushback we got when we went in and said, no, you needed to get that striker. Cannon, not bother if it were Cannon, just anybody. We was like, just be happy with what you've got. And look at tonight, okay? So we've got Osmajic. It was so negligent from the club to not bring a striker in. Anybody knew they weren't going to have charged Osmajic and just say, it's all right, Millerton, go on. You go over there, you don't get a ban. 9-game ban. It was negligent for the club to not bring another striker in. And look, it's just written in it that tonight, Good Johnson, that we was linked with, that we wouldn't pay the money for as usual, scores the winning goal whilst we've got Smith up front for 90 minutes.
It's not good enough. It's not good enough.
If you don't laugh, you'll cry.
I know. But it's not good enough because, again, the lad's got a good scoring record, hasn't he? What is it now for him? Is it 4 or 5 in the last 4 games? Like 5 goals in 4 games, I think it is, for Johnson. He's showing his worth, and he's showing us now what we're actually missing.
I'm just looking at Critch's mug. That mug's about 20 years old, Critch. 30th
birthday.
I
mean, look at the colour of it as well.
No. But look, the first half, now I thought we started the game okay.
Yeah.
When Small bombed it down that left-hand side, I was like, they're up for this lot. They're up for it. And it just sort of, Blackburn got control of the game in the first half. We had the best of the first half. They got into it. We needed to ride it out till half-time. And they had that spell of corners. Is there a problem going on with defending set pieces? Because I feel like it's been coming with these set pieces.
Yeah, it looks a bit shaky, don't we? We do look quite shaky on these set pieces. Obviously, Blackburn scored their, winning goal from a set piece tonight. And it's
the first goal. Who let him go, I might add? Who wasn't marking their man? Mm-hmm. Someone who I brought up last week.
So go and check out the Player Ratings podcast.
Let's put it out there.
Yeah, I know. But so 1-0. And then I said on my match review podcast I was going to tell this story. So I've been dying. Critch, we had this conversation. When you like eating healthy and not eating as much, you need the toilet all the time. I'm bursting for a wee, right? So I sprint to the toilet at 1-0. Okay, right? I go in the toilet. There's me.
Oh, you did miss the goal again.
Yeah, wait for it. There's 3 cubicles there. 3 like urinals, and then there's 1. Okay, so there's Guy at the 1, and I've got the 3. So I go and stand here. He's there, oldish guy, and all I hear is. So his ass is facing me, and he just lets one rip, and it's going on. Then he does it again, and I'm thinking, I know old people don't really care about this stuff, but I thought, are you taking the mick? You're actually facing me, so I'm getting annoyed, thinking, in the words of Critch, don't do it. I thought, don't do
it.
He's pushing out of one side, and then it's come out the other side. And then I hear, hey, a cheer. And I thought, So me and him have this, me and him have this moment in the toilet where we look at each other and I'm thinking, yeah, you dirty bastard. But we're like, who scored? We couldn't tell who scored because Blackburn have obviously brought as many as they did. So then obviously go out, see that we'd scored, and it was, what was it, like 15 seconds after. And at that point,
literally straight away, yeah.
1-1. You two saw it then, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, the weird thing was, I didn't celebrate it. I'm like, did it cross the line? Did it cross the line? Did it go in from my angle? I'm like, is it in? Is it in? Like, I didn't start celebrating until about 30 seconds afterwards. Like, there was small sections of the crowd cheering, and I'm like, is it in? Is it in? And then it came on. It was official. I was like, yes! Me and Daisy were celebrating. I thought, right, this is it. We needed that just before half time. We'll come out second half. Boom! We'll be at them.
Yeah, I agree. Perfect time for us to score. If you're Blackburn, you think, get in. We're going in 1-0 at half time. Bring you down. How many times have we said this season we always seem to score at the right times? The Sheffield United goal just before half time, and then Darren, you're thinking, like we say, let's come out second half. But what I want to ask you two is, we clearly knew it wasn't working first half. If we don't score, does he make subs at half time?
I think
he probably wouldn't.
I think he has to going forward because, we need to change it up. We need to liven things up. And I think that, obviously, we had Will King coming back from injury. Obviously, the right move would have been to bring Jefferson on and take Smith off. Personally, in my opinion, just to give that little bit of extra, energy up front. I would have kept, Dobbin on. I just, I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know if there's a clause in the contract that we don't know about.
Feels like it.
Yeah, it does, where he has to come off at he can't play the last 15 minutes. He's not allowed to finish a game. It's a bit weird for me, but it's just, it was just so disappointing, wasn't it? Everyone was up for this. Everyone, all the fans playing the part, all the PNE flags putting out on the town end, and all the other stands. It's just, the players just didn't turn up today. And really, they should be thinking in that dressing room at the end of that game, do you know what? We've got to do better against Watford because, it's just not good enough. That performance tonight was not good enough.
The manner of the defeat.
Yeah, I think it's the one game that I can think of. We did get a bit lucky against Bristol City where Everson made that great save.
Yeah.
And they missed the sitter. But I think it's the first game where we've probably recorded, which is probably good that we're doing this in the middle where we've been like, nah, we were awful tonight. They were awful. But it's just typical North End that it comes against Blackburn, a team that really, I thought we'd kill them tonight. I really did. They were missing a lot of players. They've got a 14-year-old at centre-back. Do you know what I mean? Critch, you looked at me then as if to say 14. But yeah, look, he makes the subs, the double sub. I said we're not one to dig out players. Mads exceptional. Was far from exceptional tonight. Darren, you gave him 4 in his play rating.
Just while it's on my mind.
Critch.
Where's that person on social media where he was like, oh, you can't rate Mads badly. Oh, 4. Oh, he's good. Where are you now, eh? How good were they tonight? That is exactly why they're not playing. Poor.
Yeah, he was. I think that's one of the worst performances. He didn't look, like you didn't like Reece Critch because you say he didn't look interested. This guy did not look interested. Every pass was he's way off it. Way off it.
I think he did like one good thing, but he did about 7 bad things.
Yeah, he was just, I don't know. It's this thing. Are we clinging on to it with Mads that he got 9 assists under a previous manager in that season. And then last season, I think I said quite a lot, when Mads plays well, we play well. And guess what? We finished 20th. So he can't play well that often. Is he actually, he's in his 3rd season now. And I know he's not started many games, but for me, I don't want to see him on the pitch. He'll go and score now against Watford. But
hopefully.
I just think that, I still think we're holding on to that player that we all expected him to be. We know there was a player in there on his day. When he first came, we were like, yeah, do you know what? He's a breath of fresh air, that lad. He's bringing something different to the squad. And then, we get other players in, we get other loan players in. We're like, oh, hang on a minute.
Yeah,
he's not as good as these players we're bringing in on loan. And then Mads is our player as well. You made that great example today, Dan, before the game, that if we start Mads and we start Thor together, and we leave, say, Dobbin and Divine on the bench, I think we will lose that game by another couple of goals today. I really do.
Yeah. So we're not trying to be dicks when we say, look, you've got it. We're not having to try and have a go at the manager by saying, look, you've got to have, because he's done well this season, you've got to have these players on the pitch. But we're just saying it from examples, okay? Millwall, first half, you didn't have Dobbin, Divine on the pitch, and guess what? We were absolutely terrible, and we're lucky to we were 1-1 at half-time somehow, okay? We used the example, the Wrexham Cup game. Same again. Not on the pitch, get beat 3-2. Birmingham at home didn't start with them, get beat 1-0. It's not like we're just saying this. There's examples of it. Let's be honest, most of the games we get beat or don't play well in, the big three, one or two of them aren't playing. It's
stats don't lie. Yeah.
As I say, we said this is why we keep saying this season needs to be the season, because next season we'll probably have to play Madsen to Dawson unless we get lucky with 3 loan signings again. But yeah, look, so they make the subs. We've buried Mads. Do you want to give Tadarsson a little bit? He was crap as well, wasn't
he? Yeah.
Just wasn't up to scratch. I don't think I think it's the whole performance of the team. I just don't know what it is after international breaks with North End. I think there's a bit of a curse. International breaks, surely we should be thinking, well, we haven't got that many people going to internationals. We should be on the training pitch, putting hard work in, getting proper game ready, having a couple of games against the reserves or, in the first team, light training sessions, light 11-a-side games. But no, we've come out today and we thought, yeah, do you know what? For the first couple of minutes, we were thinking, yeah, they're up for this. And then after 10 minutes, you could just see, oh, hang on, we're just not up for this. We're not up for this at all.
Yeah, well, when you look at it off the top of my head, you just made a good point, man. I wish I'd have put that down myself. After these international breaks, so today, awful performance, lost. Yep. After the October international break, came back, lost to West Brom. Okay, the August one, we did play okay, but we drew to Middlesbrough. So we have not won when returning from 3 of these international breaks. I think last season our last win of last season came the week before the international break against Portsmouth when Tadarsson scored that great goal. We came back and, well, bless him, he did his best to get us into... I think he must have heard me say I'd love to go to some of these League One grounds, did old Heckingbottom, and tried his best, but hey, it's impossible to relegate North End, isn't it? But it's just, look, it's one of them. We like I said, we shouldn't probably delve in too much. But I tell you what, these conversations, there'll be people sat in a pub right now. That old guy who farted next to me in the toilet, he's probably sat next to his mates now. He's probably at Burrs Paw with 2 of his mates going, that Mads were crap, weren't he? And that's Smith. So that's what we want to... It's what we would say in our group together. So we'll come and say it on here. We're not pulling any punches. But I said, after this, I think the disappointing thing is at 2-1, you're thinking, look, you're 2-1 down, you've got a packed house. We never looked like scoring, did we, Critch?
No, it was just poor, weren't it? Obviously I was with my daughter Daisy, and she noticed how poor we were down the wings. Like, she was saying, because obviously she's heard me talk about Small, and she's not seen a lot of him play. She's not watched a lot of Preston this season. I'm like, oh, he is a good player going forward. And there was just not much there. There was just not a lot from either side. And then when it obviously was getting caught out at the back, she's like, oh my God, look at all the space the Blackburn players got. And then she's like, Small. And she's not convinced. And for me, we were really missing Paul and Vukovic. I just think with them two, we're just so much tighter defensively as well. I think we really missed them. And I honestly think we missed McCann in the middle today as well. I think that
good point.
McCann-type game.
Yeah, how good was he against Blackburn at home last season? Was one of the best performances from any North End player last season.
Yeah, very good.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, just also mentioning as well, I just think the effort for when the second balls as well, when the Blackburn, say for example, were just heading the ball forward, we just weren't going for it. And it was like, the ball had bounced about 2 or 3 times. And it's like, well, go forward, go towards the ball. Are you expecting them just to pass you the ball? You know, we were 2-1 down, and it was like, oh, you know what? It was so slow and lethargic. It was like, you know, they're all ill or something. They're all just like, oh, moping about. It just wasn't what you wanted from like a, you know, a local derby, you know, which it is. You know what I mean? You want to be up for it for the full 90 minutes. Give it your all. You know, if it's one game of the season that you know you're going to show up for, let it be the derby, home and away.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
That.
we're used to it as well because I'm not just saying this to be like under Ryan Lowe, we did well in the majority of games. No, Critch, honestly. And then under Alex Neil, he'd always do well in derby games. So we're used to doing well in these derby games. And obviously under Heckingbottom, we lost tonight. We lost at Blackburn last January, February, drew 0-0 last season. It's just you win tonight. It's so frustrating. If we win tonight, we're in second. Everyone who's gone on's probably thinking, oh, it's Wrexham in 2 weeks. Let's go back on. Do you know what I mean? It's just what we do, innit? Unfortunately. Hopefully Armstrong is back. We need him back because Whiteman's has this been confirmed? Not Whiteman's suspended for
So I did see someone say
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen that tackle back, by the way? It was a red card. He should have gone.
I've not seen it back yet, no.
Yeah, shocking tackle.
From behind, From behind, you know, studs up. Yeah. I do think he should have gone, personally, my opinion, because I did watch that back, actually.
So we got a bit of rub of the green for a change.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, we normally moan when a decision's given against us.
Yeah. I know, we're refereed to a different standard anyway, so I'm surprised it weren't a red card.
Normally, yeah. We can't blame the ref this time.
Every club thinks they're right. When he said that, I just thought, come on, Paul, you're better than that. But yeah, Darren, what were the atmosphere like on the town? And because I thought it was pretty quiet, from where we were sat.
I'm glad you mentioned that as well. So before the game, I've got to admit, it was really good. You know, it was really, really good. You know, a lot of singing, a lot of chanting and stuff. But then towards the end, and I'm glad you mentioned this because I was going to bring this up just then. The booze. Oh my God.
I heard of it.
I can't believe it. Right. We're doing so well this season, and we are where we are because we played well this season. Now, we've lost a game. Yes, okay, it's a local derby against Blackburn, right? And I do get it. You know, it's one game you don't want to lose all season. It's your local derbies. But booing the team, you know, we're still where we are in the playoff places. You know, get behind the lads. You know, and honestly, there was a lot of people booing.
Is this at full time?
This was full time.
I get it. I do get it. It's the manner. I do because it's the manner of the defeat. They're in the moment. They will get over it, but in that moment in time, they're just annoyed with the way the team played, and they're just venting out the frustration.
Right. Well, Critch, you're being dipped.
But the next game, it'll be forgotten about, and they'll be like trying to sing and everything. You shouldn't hold it against them.
Would you not think that'll play on the players' minds a little bit?
100%.
They will. Well, it might be until that game, and then when they come back at Deepdale, they'll be getting applauded and they'll be sung again. All they need to do is one good move, and then the fans will be right back behind them again.
Yeah, but that's not how it works. I completely disagree.
I know what? I know what you're saying, and I agree with you.
You know my thoughts on our manager, yeah? Anyone booing at full time, I'm sorry, you're an absolute knobhead.
Yeah, I agree.
But we've done so well this season. The manager himself, look, you know my thoughts on him. He's done really well. We lose one game, we're going to come here and rant, but imagine, do you know? Imagine this. Imagine, right? The players are going down. Their heads are down the tunnel, yeah? Yeah, we were crap tonight. Imagine if they just got a standing ovation from a town, and them players would be like, what top fans these are? Let's go and beat Watford. Instead, you've got a bunch of people. To be fair, some of them might not be back on. They might, but to boo, if that's the case, obviously, Darren, you're saying it is. That's nonsense, that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, anyway,
Well, to be fair, I think at the end of the game, some of the players were walking around the pitch applauding, and I stood up and applauded. Yeah. And, you know, I thought, why boo them? I know. I thought, you know what? We've lost, and I'm gutted because I'm going to get hammered tomorrow when I do my class. There's already a Blackburn fan coming in his Blackburn shirt, so he's going to give me some stick. So, unfortunately, I'll have to take it. All the donkey lashes will be there, like, oh, I was bragging before the game. Oh, we're going to see who the pride of Lancashire is tonight. And obviously, as always, whenever I back Preston, they let me down.
Yeah. Have we got anything else to touch on the game? I'm not sure there's much else we can say.
Yeah, we've got to move
Story
on.
injured as well. Bit of a...
No.
They're all
Again,
falling like
injuries.
dominoes,
Yeah.
aren't they?
I know, injuries again.
I think I saw a Sheffield United fan say that Eckingbottom players got a lot of injuries at Sheffield United with this pressing style, but it's just football, isn't it, these days?
No, just one other thing as well I thought I'd mention. I just don't think Preston like a fast-paced game. Obviously Blackburn were pressing us and constantly chasing us down, and even when they had the ball, they were quite fast with it. Whereas we're so slow and methodical with it. We like to play at a slow pace, and I just think the style of the game really didn't suit us because we couldn't string like 6 passes together most of the time. Couldn't string like 6 passes together because they were on us, and it was like, and then the quality of the passing was terrible, weren't it? They like simple passes, just basic, and yeah, I was like, look, I counted Blackburn. I went, look, that's 20 passes they've done so far at one point. You know, when they were all laying us. And I went, they've done about 20 passes there. I went, we've struggled just to do 6 a lot of the times. It's like we just kept losing possession quite easily.
What did you make of Blackburn, Critch?
I thought they did very well.
They were good, weren't they?
They were the team at the top end, and we were the team at the bottom. They were just pressing. They were fast. They did almost everything right, I believe. I thought they were very good.
Yeah, that Tronstad in the middle of the pitch, little number 6, he was fantastic, weren't he?
Yeah.
And then they had the lad who you were saying small was awful defensively. The number, I don't know his name, their number 2 was absolutely, he was on another level.
They had
he was
a few standout players.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? Obviously, is it a Japanese lad up top? He was good last season. He was good again today, weren't he?
Yeah,
do you know, if I'm a Blackburn fan, I'm thinking, do you know what? Why can't we push for the top 6? You look good.
Yeah, if we're one of the better teams, and we've just been here and just smoked us, then why can't they go up the league? Yeah. That's the beauty of the championship, isn't it? Any team can beat any team on a day.
Yeah. It is. Heckingbottom after the game described the second half as we huffed and puffed. I don't even think I'd go that far. We didn't really huff and puff, did we?
I don't think we got our second gear.
I feel like all the cliches will come out a game too far. I'm sorry to go back to what I said last time. They've just had 2 weeks off.
I know.
But
unbelievable.
Great, choose your man of the match.
I'm not giving one. I refuse to give one.
Darren, who's yours?
Deepdale Duck.
Yeah.
Deepdale Duck.
It was near me as well a lot of games, so I'll give it Deepdale Duck.
Did you get Daisy a spud?
The Lady Liner. I'll give it to the Lady Liner. She did a good job for the most part.
Right, we'll move on. Did you get Daisy a spud?
No, we didn't get. We only literally got there at like 7:45 by the time we got there.
Did you? But yeah, do you want to give a man of the match? I tell you what, we'll do this. I wanted to do this because go through the play. Is that what you were saying, Darren? Go through the player ratings.
I was going to mention that before. Yeah. Go on.
Yeah. So let's go through. I'm willing to get pulled apart here. I've heard Sean's going to give me abuse. Bear in mind, I don't like. It's the same as I don't like going too low on players. But Everson, go on. What you two saying? And I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what I've given.
6.
5.
His kicking was shocking.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about his kicking. That last kick of the game, too. He's like, just launch it up. And he just kicked out. I was like, that's our night. That's our night.
I'm sorry, but why the hell were we playing short passes in added time? You've got Smith up front. Get it up to Smith.
Yeah.
This is one. Sean described his performance as awful, and I thought he was okay. Off you.
6.
Critch.
Yeah, I'd say 6.
Right, there you go. Sean, don't come for me. I give him a 6. Story. Critch's favourite player.
5.
I'd say 4 tonight.
Yeah, maybe even a 4. He was bad.
Give him a 6. I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
Lindsay. Let's go Lindsay and Hughes. Let's pick up the pace. Lindsay and Hughes.
5 each.
5, yeah.
5.
I agree, yeah. 5.
5 each. I struggled with this one because I disagreed with Critch. I thought he was all right going forward. I thought his final delivery, a few times there, he put some good balls into that box.
Yeah. No, he did throw a few good balls in.
But defensively, he got absolutely bent over. So I give him a 5. Am I allowed to say that? No, I just did. Give him a 5.
Agree.
5. Yeah, I'm happy with 5. Yeah, I'd say 5.
Oh, well, as long as you're happy with 5, Critch.
Right, yeah, as long as I'm happy, it's all good.
Whiteman.
4.
I'd say 4.
Yeah, I went 5 on Ben. God bless him. To Dawson.
3.
I'll be generous. 4.
I've gone 4. Divine.
Probably one of the best players of the night. I'd go 6.
Yeah, 6. Same here. Dobbin.
6.
I went 5. Not his night, was it really?
Yeah.
But I said on the podcast that I did, I almost feel like upping him because when he went off the pitch, we realised what we have waiting to come on in place.
He's just got quality, hasn't he?
Smith.
4.
2.
4. And I don't usually do it for subs, but I thought this man deserved it. Mads.
Oh, God. 3. Yeah, I'll say 3.
You'll say 3. Yeah, I gave him a 3. I just thought, hopefully, he picks it up. Do you know what? After we were getting loads of abuse for our rating for him on the Player Ratings podcast, come on, I thought he'll go and produce some magic here, and we'll be on the podcast. No. I thought he was going to do it. I'm thinking, that'd be great. That I could be, because I gave him a 6, and I could be like, Darren, what about your 4 for Mads? And I thought, look, he's been proved right tonight. But yeah, look, I think we've touched it all on the game. We've given everyone a lot of abuse. Let's do our Jebison.
Yeah, you didn't rate him.
I don't rate the subs. I just wanted us to give Mads abuse one last time. Right, so look, we don't do midweek podcasts, but we thought, you know what, everyone's a little down. What could cheer the lads up? And it's hearing from us directly after the Watford game. So after the Watford game, we are going to be doing a podcast. I think we can probably get it out by 11 p.m. if I'm quick. So YouTube, 11 p.m., maybe 11:15. There will be live, well, not live, but there'll be pretend it's live if you want. There'll be a flagship with us 3 talking the game. So if you want to watch the game on the red button, get it on, and then head yourself over to YouTube to watch us be up there no later than 11:15. Watford away, we won 2-1 last season there. Mads put in a great performance. Osmajic scored. Meg Homer got that assist, remember? He's got the assist, and we thought, hey, this lad's going to be all right. Who should we start off? Did anybody get the prediction right tonight? I'm guessing not.
I don't think so.
No.
Watford. Darren, we'll start with you.
I think it's a bit of a short space of time to obviously pick the lads up. So I think, again, away, I think we'll struggle. And usually I'm Mr. Positivity, but I am actually going to go for... I'm going to go for a 1-1.
You've took mine.
No.
Right, well, in that case, I'm going for 1-0 North End.
Oh.
Grind out a performance, get back to winning ways. Critch.
You're not going to like mine. I think Watford are going to win 1-0.
1-0 Watford.
Depends on the lineup, to be honest. It does depend on the midfield, but I'm going 1-0 Watford. After that performance, it's put me in a right downer.
Yeah, I take a draw. We do these games in blocks. You've got Watford. Got Watford midweek, Sheffield Wednesday next Saturday. I'd like to think we'll win at Sheffield Wednesday. So if you can get a draw at Watford, 4 points. Now, Sheffield Wednesday aren't the Sheffield Wednesday we know. They just wrote.
Preston, you know what we're like when we play a team like that. We could
not
play
this season.
I'm telling you now, watch us. We'll lose to Sheffield Wednesday. I'm telling you, they could be like have minus 100 points and we'd still lose to them. I'm telling you. Just watch us. You know what we're like.
I mean, let's give one positive. We're 4th for now. So, yeah. But yeah, look, we'll be back on Tuesday. My match review podcast will be available now. Head over to the Patreon, www.patreon.com/NorthEndPod. Raffle will be done tomorrow. And anything else? What are you two doing for the rest of your weekend? I know we're recording a special episode tomorrow, but are you doing anything else over the weekend? Any shout outs, any plans, anything before we head off?
No shout outs. Just make sure you subscribe to the Flagship Podcast, everyone. Just down below. Click that button.
There you go. Doing what I forgot to do. Well done, Darren. Rich, go on.
Shout out to Daisy, my daughter, in case you don't know. Daisy, I'm so sorry you support my team. I'm so sorry. I mean, she's born and bred in Blackpool, but there's no way she could support Blackpool, and there's no way she could support one of the big teams. So, yeah, she supports Preston, and I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
God bless it. Well, I'll give a shout out. I'm going to give a shout out to me mum, Bernice, because at 1 minute to midnight on a Friday night, I'm sat here talking to you lovely people while she's got Amelia, 9 years old, Oliver, 2 years old, Connie, 1 year old. God bless that woman doing the Lord's work, looking after them lot tonight. So, yeah, mum, nice one. I'll see you tomorrow. I might have a lion though, so it might be about lunchtime. I'm joking. Right. Anyway, anything else to say?
Nothing from me.
No, all doom and gloom at the moment.
Typical North End.
Turn it around. You can do it.
Don't do it. Typical North End.
No,
Good night, everyone.
I believe.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Night.